we brought you this event, a night of Korean art songs and stories, to reveal the beautiful and unique music of Kagok and to help you understand the background and history of Korean art songs. Today, we would like to focus on a certain type of Kagok which describes spring. So to help us understand the art songs of spring more deeply, we will now have a short talk with tenor Do-seok Yang, followed by a sing-along. Please help me welcome Do-seok Yang with a warm round of applause. 큰 박수로 양 선생님 모셔볼게요. 어서오세요. Okay, Mr. Yang.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sure. It's been a while. We did the same event back in 2018, right?
Yes, about a year and a half ago, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. That was summer. And we talked about what Kagok is compared to Lied in European music, and what makes Kagok special and unique, and how we can make Kagok, a world-class music genre or something like that. And tonight we're also going to talk about Kagok, but focus on a certain types of Kagok.
Yes, we're talking about a Korean art song singing one of the seasons, spring.
Spring, right. It's actually spring. It's a bit cold yet, but yeah. Yeah, so if you look throughout Korean art songs, Kagok, you could easily find, that lots of Korean art songs describe spring. So when you even sing like winter song, you could find there's spring in that song in many cases, right? So do you know why there are so many Korean Kagok, describes spring? Is there any special reason?
Yes, it is. It's maybe a long story, but I think this is closely connected with Korean history. As you may know, Kagok started off to be composed and sung in early 1920s.
Early 1920s.
In the middle of the Japanese colonial era.
Right.
30 years suffering for colonial period and followed by the Korean War in 1950. Throughout this tragic Korean history, many Korean composers made art song with great poetry.
Right.
Suddenly, the genre of Kagok had blossomed and developed in these very difficult times, but somehow it's more developed than any other historical times. As you expected, the songs of this period portray the pain and sorrow of life. But at the same time, it tells us about hope and also liberation, happiness, and a bright future also. So if a metaphor of winter is suffering, I would say spring will be hope.
Yeah, right. So many beautiful Korean art songs were created during difficult times, ironically. When people sought for a spring, like future, or freedom and life, right? 다 알아들으셨겠지만 잠깐 정리하자면 오늘은 특별히 봄을 노래한 가곡에 대해서 얘기를 나누고 있습니다. 유난히 봄을 노래한 곡들이 정말 많거든요. 근데 이유가 뭘까 여쭤봤더니 아마 식민시대를 경험했던 역사, 또 한국 전쟁의 역사, 이렇게 좀 고통스러운 역사가 한국에 있기 때문에 오히려 역설적으로 그 고통스러운 시기에 봄처럼 희망적이고 밝은 미래, 독립, 자유, 평화 이런 것들을 꿈꾸는 곡들이 많이 지어진 게 아닌가라고 얘기를 나눠봤습니다. But I think a maternal spring does not only belong to a wartime or colonial period. People always sings about spring.
It's true. Besides the historical Korean times, the suffering is a common issue for all human beings. We all suffer from something and always seek hope.
Right. That's what I mean actually. Life doesn't go as I expected. And the spring could also be hope in one's mind or in one's life. This reminds me of one of my favorite Kagok, 강 건너 봄이 오듯. Do you know this song? 앞강의 살얼음은 언제나 beautiful. You know, the poet of this song, seeking for spring. You know, everyone knows that the spring will come anyway, but you know, it seems like she's saying, come spring early without delay, you know.
You always long for a spring, but especially when life doesn't make sense or life becomes very painful. The song you said, 강 건너 봄이 오듯, it reminds me the German art song, The Faith in Spring by Schubert.
Oh.
That the music goes to like Linde sind erwacht. Something like the melody makes it very beautiful.
Oh.
And also like 강 건너 봄이 오듯, this song also longs for spring to come. And lyric tells me, now, poor dear, forget the pain. Now, everything must change.
Was it about that song?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Schubert must have stuff for spring to come with no delay while he was suffering with poverty. Unfortunately, he died at a very young age, even younger than Mozart.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, it is true that spring could be an universal chord implying hope throughout the world.
맞습니다. 네, 뭐 전쟁이나 식민 시대를 지난 역사적 시기만을 얘기한 게 아니라 봄은 또 개인적인 삶에도 어떤 시기를 나타낼 수 있잖아요. 뭐 인생이 다 행복하게만 한 건 아니죠. 항상 절망스러운 시기, 고통스러운 시기가 있을 때 시인들은 이렇게 봄을 더 노래하게 되는 것 같아요. 제가 얘기했던 강 건너 봄이 오듯의 화자나 혹은 슈베르트, 여러분 슈베르트 아시죠? 네, 슈베르트 인생이 굉장히 혹독했던 것 같아요. 굉장히 가난했고 굉장히 힘들었고 그래서 아까 말씀하셨던 그 독일 가곡 프루링스글라우베도 거의 강 건너 봄이 오듯과 똑같은 그런 내용을 갖고 있는 그런 곡이에요. 개인의 인생에도 봄은 역시나 희망, 밝은 미래 이런 걸 나타낼 수 있겠네요. Then what other meaning is there of spring? 그거 말고 희망 뭐 이런 거 말고 혹시 봄 하면 생각나는 거 있으세요? 단어, 생각나는 단어.
Is there anyone think about
꽃, 그렇죠. 꽃. 또 뭐가 있을까? Life, 저 생명, 새 생명, 맞아요.
네,
또
life?
아지랑이 영어를 모르겠어요. 네. 또 뭐가 있을까요? 저는 있는데 설레임.
설레임.
설레임하면 생각나는 거 없으세요? 사랑, 그렇죠. 너무 기다렸어요. 사랑. Love, you know, love, right?
I agree with that. Spring makes people want to fall in love. Okay? When you smell the fresh grass and flowers, you think of fresh start. Then you want to fall in love with someone new and to be loved.
Yeah, right. Spring is definitely season of love,
Season
right?
of love. Thank you.
But you know, I would say it also reminds me of certain particular flower, especially in Korea. 혹시 한국의 봄 꽃 하면 생각나는 거 있으세요? 진달래. 캐나리, 맞아요. 진달래, azalea, right? And then 캐나리, forsythia? 그런 것들 또 뭐가 있을까요? 목련도 있고 잘죠. What about cherry blossom? 그렇죠, 벚꽃. 아마 azalea, 진달래, 또 forsythia, 캐나리, 또 cherry blossom, 벚꽃 이런 것들이 those are the most common, you know, spring flowers in Korea, right? 매화도 있고요. But you know, I believe azalea is the most common material in 가곡. Do you know why?
Yes, I guess. I guess one of the reasons azalea when all hot is that it blooms all over South and Korea.
South and North Korea.
North Korea. And as one expected, azalea became to flower over Korean due to a poem 진달래꽃 by Kim So-won.
Right, 김소월 시인의 진달래꽃.
One of the greatest poet in Korean history, I think. Yeah. Traditionally, it has been interpreted as a farewell song of a woman in grief because her man, their love has
died.
Fine.
It's a farewell song of a woman. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that azalea represents Korean spring, and it may be true that the voice of 진달래꽃 could be a man, but I mean woman.
Could be a man too.
Yeah, right. Because there's a word 사뿐히 in this song, right? 사뿐히 means softly, lightly, and 사뿐 is descriptive of light steps of willowy woman. Right? So
I can be light too.
can you? You can't be better than me. Yeah, right. So yeah. Anyway, the voice of this 진달래꽃 could be man or woman.
Well, we'll show you.
Okay. Yeah, and then flowers, especially ones blooming in spring, symbolizes love or romance. That's for sure, right?
Yes, both flowers and love are bound with each other. And it could be a lover, or loved one, or love itself. We could find the same thing in European culture. Did you know about a journalist, Adelaide?
Yeah, I know.
One of the Beethoven's, the famous also.
Adelaide, Adelaide. That's the
Yeah, that's a
flower.
beautiful song. Yeah. Is that song Adelaide, a flower of Northern Europe, was personified as the one whom he loves. The interesting is Adelaide flowers on Alps. The color are also violet, as many of azalea flowers are.
Oh, right.
Same color.
Yeah. And lots of stories related to spring, flowers, and love, etc. To wrap things up, spring reminds you of flower, love, lover, and anything we long for a bright future, freedom, new start, new season, things like that. But it could remind you of the past also, and of the one I loved in the past, and even the one that already passed away. 지금까지 좀 얘기를 나눠봤는데 우리 가곡에서 보면 정말 많은 걸 의미하네요. 그렇죠? 뭐 독립, 자유, 평화, 또 개인의 삶에 있어서는 새로운 시작, 희망, 뭔가 행복, 또 빼놓을 수 없는 사랑, 설레임, 또 연인, 또 게다가 봄꽃을 매개로 하면 심지어 떠나간 사랑이라도 그리움, 아픔까지도 혹은 돌아가신 누군가, 내가 그리워하는 누군가까지도 봄 혹은 봄꽃으로 표현할 수 있는 것 같습니다. 얘기를 너무 많이 하니까 여러분 좀 이제 지루하실 것 같아요. So why don't we just sing together? This is sing along time.
Yes, right.
What kind of song?
I brought the 4 songs to sing together, and the first song I brought it is When Spring Comes. 봄이 오면 우리 다 같이 불러볼까요?
봄이 오면 불러볼까요? 다 같이 부르겠습니다. 봄이 오면 사랑의 진달래 피네 진달래 피는 곳에 내 마음도 피어 건너마을 절로 찾아
순서까지 했어야 되는데 우리 잠깐 이 노래를 가지고 우리 방청객 여러분들과 함께 노래하는 시간을 가져볼까요? 싱얼롱 말고 혹시 누군가 한 분 올라오셔서 같이가 아니고
Is there anyone who can sing up there
올라오시면 저희가
and sing
그냥
this song?
공짜는 아니죠. 저희가 내일 저희가 그 쥐포홀에서 연주가 있습니다. 이 연주
신년 신년 마켓이죠. 네.
자, 이 티켓 2장을 저희가 드릴 거예요.
여기 있어요. 네, 봉투에 들어있는 걸로 또 교환해 주셨네요.
자, is anyone to try sing with us in his stage?
아직 몸이 좀 덜 풀리신 것 같으니까 그러면 한 번 더 부르고
그럴까요?
한번 생각해 보세요.
네.
저기 있으시네요. 그러면
자,
네.
자, 올라오세요.
그럼 올라오시겠어요? 네.
Let's come up on stage.
동안 1절 한 번만 더 부를까요? 봄이 오면
사랑의 진달래 피네 진달래 피는 곳에 내 마음도 피어 덤마를 절로 젖어 꽃나로 거들 꽃나라요 내 마음도 함께
2절 부르셔도 돼요. 가사 저기 보시고. 네. 봄이 오면 하늘 위에 종달 세우네 종달 세우는 곳에 내 마음 울어 나물 캐는 아가씨야 저 소리 듣거든 새만 알고 그 소리도 함께 들어주 감사합니다. 아, 2절 가사도 너무 좋네요.
이 자리가 굉장히 떨리는 자리예요. 사실 저희들에게 올라서 있으면 굉장히 떱니다. 근데 이렇게 나올 수 있는 자체도 굉장한 것 같아요. 또 다른 노래 한번
네,
볼까요? 다른 노래? 자, 우리
시간이 좀 있어요. 그래서 2절 너무 좋은데 우리 2절도 한번 부르고 넘어가죠.
오케이 2절 3절 같이 부르고
2절 3절까지 봄이 오면
하늘 위에 종달 세우네 종달 세우는 곳에 내 마음도 울어 나를 캐는 아가씨야 저 소리 듣거든 새만 알고 이 소리도 함께 들어
3절
나는 야곱이 되면 그대 그리워 종달새 되어서 나를 붙인다오 나는 야곱이
그대 그리워 진달래 꽃이 되어
진달래 꽃이
웃어본다오
Yeah, next. Fellow